An unforgettable night in Las Vegas. A man and woman traveled to Las Vegas for their honeymoon. They had made reservations at a luxury hotel, and when they arrived at their room, they found an unexpected problem. When they entered the room, they were met with an unpleasant odor. Her husband immediately went to the front desk, explained the situation, and asked for a better room. The hotel manager apologized and explained that the rooms were booked for a congress. However, he offered to take the couple to a restaurant of their choice for lunch to make them comfortable and promised to send them a compliment from the hotel. After a nice lunch, the couple returned to their room, but the smell was still not gone. The man went to the front desk again and complained about the situation. The hotel manager said they would try to look for a suite in another hotel, but unfortunately, the other hotels were also full due to the convention. The manager decided to clean the room again to make the couple comfortable. However, this time the cleaning staff made an effort to find the source of the bad smell in the room. They inspected the entire suite, but found nothing. They rearranged the room, adding new sheets, towels, and curtains, and cleaning the carpet. When the couple returned 2 hours later, they hoped to find a cleaned room. However, the smell was still there. This time, the husband became angry and decided to look for the source of the problem himself. While pulling the mattress off the bedside, he made a horrifying discovery: the body of a woman. Shocked, the couple immediately notified the hotel management and called the police. The honeymoon in Las Vegas was marred by an unexpected mystery and a terrible event. Hawaii Nightmare. My wife and I traveled to the beautiful island of Oahu in Hawaii for an unforgettable honeymoon. One day, while sitting on the beach, my wife got up to go to the bathroom. When she came back, she eerily told me that a man had been watching her go into the bathroom, and when she tried to get out, he blocked her way. 2 other people were also in the bathroom, and so she had to leave the scene. We immediately returned to the hotel and reported the situation to the police. The beach was within walking distance of our hotel, so we proceeded to increase our security measures. We had dinner at an upscale seafood restaurant and wandered around a bit before returning to the room around midnight. However, at midnight there was a knock on our door. I looked through the peephole and saw a man in a maid's uniform standing there. When I opened the door, he tried to come in. I had to resist him and asked him why he had come. He said he had forgotten something inside. He had left something inside when he was cleaning the room, and we had to get it out. This worried us, even though a Do Not Disturb sign was posted on the door throughout the day. After making eye contact with my wife, she let out a scream. This man, who I could not understand, started attacking me, threatening me with a knife. If my wife had not come to my rescue, the situation could have gotten worse. During the incident, people in other rooms in the neighborhood were taken outside. A woman screamed, further complicating the situation. We called the police, and it took them some time to arrive on the scene. We were interrogated, and some witnesses around us claimed to have witnessed the incident. However, the intentions of this man were still unclear. Although we survived, the horrible incident at the hotel left a deep mark on our memory. Dangerous stalker on board. I was 16 years old and summer vacation had just begun. Our whole family, including my grandparents, were invited to go on a Royal Caribbean cruise. This trip to Florida and the Bahamas was going to be an adventure that would create unforgettable family memories. We were with my parents, aunt, uncle, 2 cousins, 2 brothers, my sister and her boyfriend. The person I spent the most time with was my 20-year-old brother, Rob. On the ship, we had to share a room with Rob, claiming that our father was sharing our room. One night, I used another passenger's ID card to sneak into the ship's nightclub without permission. However, there I noticed a creepy-looking old man staring intently at me. I felt that he was constantly watching me, and I immediately walked away. After a while, I found my sister and her boyfriend at the bar outside the club. However, I saw the same man again in the club, and this time he was even creepier. I felt uncomfortable being followed by him, but I didn't say anything to my sister. One night, on my way back to my room, I made sure I wasn't being followed. However, there was a knock on my room door, and I looked through the peephole and saw my sister. I let her in, and we went back to my room, hoping to never see that man again. The next night, at a restaurant on the ship, my brother and I attended an unplanned meeting with my sister and her boyfriend. When I returned to our room afterwards, I noticed that the door was slightly ajar. The lights were on, and this worried us. I carefully went in and saw that the room was empty. My sister's things were still there, which made me think that Rob had forgotten to close the door when he left the room. However, room service was unlikely to be there at this hour. I was about to go to sleep, and the next morning I would find out what had happened. However, the next morning I woke up in the darkness to the sensation of a hand brushing against my cheek. I swung my hand away and recognized the figure on Rob's bed. However, it was a man standing across the room. The chilling scream woke Rob, and when he turned on the lamp, we saw a man we didn't recognize from the club standing next to me. Rob attacked, and together we struggled and knocked him down. A minute later, there was a knock at our door, and before the knock, our parents had alerted the ship's crew. My father got the man under control and was sent to the ship's jail by 2 security.